Okay, welcome everyone. I'm happy if you're tuning in again. This is the second episode of So Get This. My name's Jody Zulueta, also known as Eldwin. I'm a jewelry designer who is inspired by the show Supernatural, and most of my jewelry is based on characters and events and quotes and whatnot from the show, which is a nice tie-in to our topic for tonight. And our topic for tonight is okay, welcome everyone. I'm happy if you're tuning in again. I have to turn up the volume on YouTube. My name is Jody Zulueta. Okay, yeah. I am such a tech moron. Sorry about that. So anyway, what I was going to say is it was a nice segue into our topic for tonight, which is I knew I was addicted to Supernatural when ... So come join us, come chat about it. Tell us when you realized that you were addicted to Supernatural, because you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't. For me, in particular, I knew I was addicted to Supernatural. Well, several things, actually. One thing that comes to mind is something as simple as sitting at the dinner table and someone said, please pass the salt. And the first thing I think of is there a vengeful spirit in the house? Or, basically making references to the most random of comments. If someone said, oh, I don't like licorice. And I said, well, you know what? Neither does Sam Winchester. He says it tastes like dirt. Or, basing my entire jewelry line around the show. Speaking of which, if you tune in to the end, you will have a chance to win one of my pieces. This is a piece called The Initiation of Sheriff Donna. If I can get this to hold up the right way. Yeah, so it is a piece that was inspired by Brianna Buckmaster's portrayal of Sheriff Donna. And I got a little machete representing her first kill, chopping off that vamp's head. It was really cool. So tune in later on towards the end of the show, and I will be giving this away. So while you're thinking about, how did you know you were addicted to the show, why don't we talk about some dark Charlie? Was that not insane or what? I absolutely loved that episode Tuesday night. It was crazy. It was totally not what I expected it to be. So all of my predictions were wrong. You will find most of my predictions are wrong. I don't follow spoilers. If you want to post them, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But I'm just saying I don't seek them out. So my whole theory was that, that was going to be a shapeshifter of some sort, or Dean was a shapeshifter or whatever. But no, it was a spoiler alert for anyone who's watching who's not seen this week's episode. It was a dichotomy of Charlie. It was the dark part of Charlie's personality, and who would have thought Charlie had a dark part of her personality, but she was pretty badass. It was pretty amazing to watch. With that being said, any comments on that, any questions on that? I mean, I think that was really cool. And I think Felicia Day did an amazing, amazing job portraying that, because she, I'm sure, had to dig really deep to pull that out. And then on the flip side of that, towards the end of the episode, they showed a side of Charlie that they really never focused on before, and they showed her being incredibly vulnerable. They've shown her in other vulnerable situations in the past, but to see her as broken as she was, physically and emotionally, was something that I was really taken aback by. So in the meantime, if anybody has any questions, comments, I knew I was addicted to Supernatural when is our topic for tonight, and I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, also while we're waiting, I would like to give a big giant shout out to the Winchester brothers. I love them, and you should please follow them on Twitter. Their handle is @Winchester I'm sorry, at Winchester BROS, as well as our lovely hosts Insticator, and their handle is at Insticator, INSTICATOR _INC. Please follow them. It's just the gateway to amazingness. That is insticator.com, where you can see fans talking about their obsessions like me. So if anybody has anything, come on in, say hi. And right now we don't have anything going on in the chat window. So what I'm going to do is, in the meantime, a lot of people had, after the last episode, had come to me saying, we really missed the link to your shop. So I'm going to throw it out there in the chat window here. It's www.eldwin.etsy.com. There it is. And also, later on tonight, like I mentioned, we are going to have a giveaway for one of my pieces. This is Brianna Buckmaster approved, by the way. Ooh, that's the back. See, the back's pretty too, but here's the front. It's made of glass and aluminum and silver wire wrapping, charms, the whole nine. So let's hear some stories about how you found out you were addicted to Supernatural. When did that click, or did it not click and someone said, dude, you've got issues, which I've also heard. Anyway, so let's talk some more. For some of our viewers to come in with the questions, we'll talk some more about this past week's episode. And actually, what's really cool, and I'm looking forward to, is let's jump ahead and go to next week's episode real fast, because it's supposed to be Teen Dean. That should be interesting. And what's great is that it's not going to be a flashback. I mean, in Teen Dean present day, dealing with grown-up Sam, that's going to be pretty cool to watch. The dynamics of that are going to be interesting. Just to see Dean not being old enough to do 98% of what he does is going to be pretty funny. Backtrack to this past week's episode. So it started out with a very complicated storyline with the whole thing with Charlie coming back from Oz, and there was a battle. She got her adventure. She got what she wished for, and it came with a pretty hefty price. She had to bring out her dark half. And her dark half was hell-bent on seeking vengeance against the person who destroyed her life. So with all of that going on, we got to see new facets of Charlie's personality. And we got to see, not only the dark, but the darker the dark Charlie got, we saw a whole other side of good Charlie. She didn't even want to hack into, the computer because she said it was bad, which is pretty funny. So anyway, we're still waiting on some viewers to come in with some questions. It doesn't have to be related to what we're talking about. As long as it's supernatural related, you just want to say hi, say your hair looks funny. I don't care. It would be great to hear from you. Yeah, so anyway. Oh, funny story about this morning. I was trying to add some songs to my phone. I was on iTunes, and there's this band called Love and Rockets, and yeah, I'm old. I'm very old. So they were big in the 80s and 90s. And anyway, so I'm looking through Love and Rockets, and there's a song there that kind of jumped right out at me, which really also reminded me of how bad my addiction is. It's called Lucifer Sam. Yeah, Lucifer Sam. So I was just Googling that song a little while ago, and lo and behold, Love and Rockets didn't even write that song. It was a cover of a Pink Floyd song called Lucifer Sam that was released on Pink Floyd's debut album, which this is a shining example of me trying to bring a supernatural reference into every single thing I say. Yeah, and I'm sure you all do it too. I'm just the only one who's admitting that. Anyway, anybody can jump right on in. I am talking way too much. Let's get some of your ideas and thoughts out here. Does anybody have any questions or just general feelings about this past show, this past season, the upcoming episode that's coming up that looks really, really good? Anything. I also do a lot of work in the Supernatural convention circuit. If you have any questions about that, I'd be happy to answer that for you too. So I'm here, I'm waiting. This is so awkward. It is, yeah. So please just ask me some questions. This is really funny. So we're talking about when did we realize we were addicted to Supernatural. We're also talking about this past episode this week with Dark Charlie. And tonight's giveaway is going to be a question based on that episode, by the way. So try to refresh your memory about some of the events that transpired in this past week's episode. Details are important. The first person who responds with the correct response will win the initiation of Sheriff Donna. She made her debut to the public at the San Francisco convention last month, or was that this month? That was this month, yeah. And she got a lot of attention and love, and I would like to share that with one very lucky winner. And again, this was blessed by Brianna Buckmaster, who has seen images of this herself, and she gave me the go-ahead that I can give this away tonight too, because she's awesome like that. So anybody have any comments, questions, concerns? You could share your blood type, don't care, whatever it is. I'm here waiting for your comments and questions. So anyway, what another topic we can talk about is, what was your favorite episode so far of this season? How do you feel about this season? I've been hearing at the conventions, I've been getting a lot of feedback from fans about how they feel this season is taking a different direction that they weren't expecting, and that some fans were actually a little disappointed. And I don't know, me, they could show the Winchesters reading a box of Cheerios and I'd still watch it. Not to say that I don't give any, merit to writers and appreciate the hard work that they do. Of course I do, but you know what I'm saying. When you think about the road so far and how the show initially started out as a road trip between two brothers, and it was just urban legends from dusk till dawn, and now it's spun this incredibly intricate plot with all of these twists and turns, and how many deaths have the Winchesters endured. Yeah, you could not see that coming. And now this season, a lot of fans have expressed some opinions about, well, they expected Demon Dean to be around a little longer, or they didn't like Demon Dean, or, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I don't know. I feel like I'm in my classroom right now. I teach math in middle school, and when you give your students permission to talk, that's when they clam up. And that's what it's like right now, and it's incredibly awkward. But that's okay. We'll get through it somehow. We only have about 16 minutes left, and it would really be great to hear from you and talk about, what does Supernatural mean to you? Last week, our topic was, how did Supernatural change your life? And we had some really interesting responses. We had a girl who contacted her sister for the first time in a long time just because she watched the season finale of season 5, and that resonated so strongly with her that she decided to reach out and get in touch with her sister again. We had some people talking about how, you know, having the show on while they're doing their homework or while they're doing their work, it just helps them get through. It helps people get through their tough times. Tell me about that. You know, let's talk about that. What else have we got going on? Well, nothing, because no one's talking. This is incredibly. I don't see. I just got a message from Emily that people are talking, but I don't see them in the chat window. Wow, I don't know what's going on here, because in the group chat window, I just see what I typed. So again, this is probably me being incredibly tech unsavvy. So let's find out what the deal is. My savior. Okay, I don't see the texts. Yeah, okay, on my window, I just see me, and I just see a chat window with where I typed in my website. So I'm waiting for Emily, my tech guru, who's going to kill me after this broadcast. Yeah, this is really funny. Not. Okay, are you on Instacator? Maybe that's what the issue is. Let's see. I thought I was. Let's try it. Okay. All right, let's go. And I apologize profusely for everything. I had this open and I don't know what happened. Okay. Is this Denise? Okay. Ah, I see you all now. I love you. Sorry. Okay. What am I giving away? I am giving away I don't know if you can see this. Okay, I'm giving away Sheriff Donna, the initiation of Sheriff Donna. And we have a comment from Forgive the Glare. Glare time. Okay. We're going to do it this way. I'm going to move things around my screen to make it a little easier to do what I got to do. Okay. Demon Dean. Okay. Oh, okay. Passenger wrote, hey, who have you met at the convention? Pretty much everybody. Pretty much everybody except for I have not yet met Death. I would love to meet him. I have not yet met Lucifer. Would have loved to have met him. But I've met the boys, and you know, the boys being J2 and Misha and oh my goodness, everybody. And it's crazy. Okay, someone wrote they want Charlie to have her own spinoff. That would have been great. And I think everybody was kind of thinking that's the direction that was going in when she had first gone to Oz with Dorothy. I think everybody was saying, hey, that's a great segue to a series in itself. That would have been awesome. And maybe they're still thinking about it. I'm scrolling up to, yeah, see other comments that I missed because I'm a tech moron. And again, Emily, I love you and I'm sorry. I hope this doesn't stop you from tuning in next week. Okay. Dean eating Cheerios would make my life. Wouldn't it? That's awesome. That is so awesome. It looks like they were setting it up in the last episode. Yeah, it could be. It totally could be. If you're referring to, you know, Charlie having her spinoff in Oz, absolutely. I would absolutely love to watch that happen. Felicia Day can definitely carry a series. She's proven that with her online series. That's incredible, and I do hope that that comes true. And forgive me, I am scrolling up to see other comments that I've missed. I am so sorry. Oh, and for those who complimented me and my jewelry, I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's very sweet. Okay. Even her new adventures as a hunter. Absolutely. I mean, how when the boys were saying, well, maybe she's hunting, didn't it send a chill down your spine? I thought, oh my God, she's really like a full-blown hunter. That is the coolest. I mean, they showed her dabbling with it a little bit in the episode where she went to Oz. She was just, you know, when she had her computer loaded with a program that she wrote to identify all of the things that go bump in the night and what kills what and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, okay, so she's being a little geeky about it. And that's geeky in a good way, by the way. I don't want any hate mail coming my way. I love that. But yeah, she was out hunting. Just that thought was pretty cool. She was on her way to Italy. I didn't know that. That's new. I did not realize that. Someone wanted to talk about Demon Dean. I saw a note about Demon Dean. Yeah, let's talk about Demon Dean for a second. So me again being the person that has absolutely no spoiler information whatsoever, and I suck at making predictions. Does anybody, so forgive me if this sounds like a ridiculous question, but does anybody think Demon Dean's going to come back at all? I mean, we know that he's struggling with the mark of Cain, and we know that that brings out, you know, the need to kill. But do we think he's going to go down the path of being Demon Dean again? Let's talk about that. So, you know, send your comments my way here. Jason wrote, I have such a crush on Felicia Day. I have a girl crush on Felicia Day. Are you kidding me? I got to meet her in San Francisco a few weeks ago because I had a piece that I had designed called The Genius of Charlie Bradbury, and I needed to give it to her. And I was able to go and actually present it to her very informally. I presented it to her like, you know, I was on a stage or something. No, she was sitting down at the autograph table, and I got to go over and say, hey, you inspired this? And I got completely tongue-tied and I couldn't finish my thoughts. And she was so awesome about it. She's like, oh, I can't wait to wear me. She was her. She was amazing. Oh, okay. Now Jason said that you don't think, and this is going back to the Demon Dean comments, I don't think so. I think Human Dean is going to be way worse. Now that's an interesting take on it. You think Demon Dean is going to be way worse? What do you think could be worse than what he's already done? All right, we know that he's already spilled blood. We can't even measure, you know, what he's done. Just think about in the episode, The Things We Left Behind. I mean, how that's that episode ended, and then think about even before that when that poor guy Lester. You know, I mean, he got nailed. He was an innocent. Well, I mean, innocent is a relative term, I guess, but you know, I mean, he just killed because. So I don't know, when you say that you think he's going to be worse, it'd be really cool to hear what your thoughts are on that. What does worse mean for you? Let's go back to the initial question real fast. When did you guys realize you were addicted to Supernatural? And if you missed the beginning of my live stream, which I really hope you did because it was terrible, one of the ways I figured it out was not only being told that I had a problem, but, you know, just everyday conversations of constantly me having this need to bring in a supernatural reference. I mean, we could have been talking about, you know, the tea in China versus whatever, and I will find a way of getting a supernatural reference in there. So, you know, when did that happen for you guys? Or are you still in denial? Because, you know, I'm sure you feel you could stop watching whenever you want, and you don't shake when it's not on. I'm sure, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. So anyway, we have about 5 minutes left, and I wanted to remind you that we are going to be giving away the initiation of Sheriff Donna. And isn't she pretty? She's very pretty. And I think I'm going to put that trivia question out there right now. So the question is, what was Charlie's real name? Just her first name. It was revealed in this past week's episode. So the first person to respond with Charlie's real name will win this piece, the initiation of Sheriff Donna. Okay, so someone wrote in that they got super addicted because their roommate made them watch. And she stopped watching, but now you're kind of stuck in it for life. Well, doesn't it work that way? I mean, I think your roommate did you an amazing favor. You know, I would just thank her and say, you know what, you're lost, because now I'm, you know, I think that's awesome. Okay, so the trivia question is, what was Charlie's real name that was revealed in this past week's episode? And the winner will get the initiation of Sheriff Donna. Someone wrote in, and there's a typo in it, and I'm debating whether or not to accept that answer. I kind of know where you're going, but I'm not sure if I should. I gotta think for a minute. If you look at whoever just posted that, look at your spelling. Okay, I'm a teacher, so I get on that kind of stuff. Okay, we only have a few minutes, so fix your spelling. And this would be yours, Sheriff Donna. Sheriff Donna with her little machete. Well, it's not so little. But does anybody else have any comments about last episode with Dark Charlie? And earlier in the live stream that I'm also really hoping you missed, because like I said, it sucked. I was talking about how they showed not only, you know, the dark Charlie, but they showed a very vulnerable side of Charlie as well. Oh, someone's watching from Argentina. Oh, I love you. Hello. Welcome, Argentina. I am really honored. That is so cool. Wow. All right, someone wrote another answer, and that is not the right answer. The answer is not Celia. The first answer that someone had written was close, but it's kind of not spelled the right way. So it's pronounced, if I read it the way it's written, it's really not right. Hot Charlie. Somebody wrote Hot Charlie. Well, we all think that. But we only have 2 minutes left, so think about the spelling. The spell is the, yes, Heather. Heather got it. It is Celeste. Charlie's real name was revealed to be Celeste. Heather. I'm typing my email address, oldone@yahoo.com. Email me your address so that I can send you the initiation of Sheriff Donna. Congratulations, Heather. That's awesome. So there you have it. I am so happy that, yeah, I'm so happy that I was able to give this away, because I was trying to give Jody away last week and it didn't happen. I was trying to get some takers. Even someone had the answer wrong. I was still trying to give it away. But I'm happy that Heather won it. Congratulations to Heather. And I'm always available to talk Supernatural. So my email address that I just posted, please feel free to use that. Email me any thoughts, concerns, questions, comments. If you have jewelry questions, if you have Supernatural questions, if you just have questions. Why not? I want to thank all of you for watching, and I apologize for the trauma I've inflicted upon anybody who watched the first 15 minutes of this, and apologies to Emily also. Okay, well, it's time to go, and I want to thank all of you again for your support, and I will be here next week on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time, and I will see you then. Good night, y'all.